Here are 20 beautiful places in Denmark that offer both rich history and stunning sights, making them must-visit destinations for travelers interested in the country's past and its natural beauty. 1. Copenhagen, the historic capital city, is home to Nyhavn's colorful waterfront, Amalienborg Palace, the royal residence, and Tivoli Gardens, one of the world's oldest amusement parks. 2. Rosenborg Castle, built by King Christian IV in the early 1600s, this castle in Copenhagen houses the Danish crown jewels and offers a look into royal history. 3. Christiansborg Palace, a palace with over 800 years of history, serving as the seat of the Danish Parliament, Prime Minister's office, and Supreme Court. 4. Frederiksborg Castle, located in Hillerød, this magnificent Renaissance castle built in the 17th century is surrounded by beautiful baroque gardens and a lake. 5. Christiansborg Castle, famous as the setting for Shakespeare's Hamlet, this UNESCO World Heritage Site in Helsingør dates back to the 15th century. 6. Roskilde Cathedral, a UNESCO-listed medieval cathedral where many Danish kings and queens are buried. It's also a symbol of Danish royalty and religious history. 7. Viking Ship Museum Roskilde. This museum displays 5 original Viking ships and provides insight into Denmark's Viking Age, a crucial period in the nation's history. 8. Aarhus. Visit Den Gamelby, an open-air museum showcasing Danish life from the 18th century onward, and Aarhus Art Museum, known for its modern exhibits and rainbow panorama. 9. Ribe, Denmark's oldest town, founded in the 8th century, where you can explore medieval streets, Ribe Cathedral, and the Ribe Viking Center. 10. Mens Klint, stunning white chalk cliffs on the island of Men that have historical importance due to their fossils dating back millions of years. 11. Bornholm Island. This Baltic Sea island has medieval round churches, charming fishing villages, and the ruins of Hammershaus Castle, one of the largest medieval fortresses in northern Europe. 12. Odense, the birthplace of Hans Christian Andersen, with the Hans Christian Andersen Museum dedicated to his life and works, offering a glimpse into Danish literary history. 13. Igeskov Castle, a Renaissance water castle on the island of Funen, built in 1554, featuring extensive gardens and a museum displaying old cars and motorcycles. 14. Skagen, the northernmost town in Denmark, known for its unique light that attracted painters in the 19th century, and its historic lighthouse and fishing villages. 15. The National Park. Denmark's first national park, rich in Viking history and known for its dramatic coastal landscapes of sand dunes and heathland. 16. Jelling, a UNESCO World Heritage Site with 2 large runstones erected by Vikings and ancient burial mounds that mark the Christianization of Denmark. 17. Stevens Klint, a UNESCO World Heritage Site and geological wonder with cliffs that contain fossils from the asteroid impact that wiped out the dinosaurs, offering both natural beauty and historical significance. 18. Lego House Billund, not just for toy enthusiasts, this place celebrates Denmark's world-famous invention, Lego, with interactive exhibits and a deep history of creativity. 19. Aalborg, a historic city with Aalborg Castle built in the 16th century, and the Aalborg Historical Museum, where you can explore Viking artifacts and the city's long history. 20. Fanø Island, a historical island in the North Sea known for its 18th century thatched houses and long sandy beaches, once an important center for seafaring and trade. These destinations not only offer a glimpse into Denmark's rich cultural and historical past, but are also surrounded by the natural beauty and charm that make Denmark such a special place to visit. Traveling in Denmark is generally easy and enjoyable due to its efficient infrastructure and welcoming culture. Here are some practical travel tips to help you make the most of your trip. 1. Transportation, public transport. Denmark has an excellent public transportation system, especially in cities like Copenhagen and Aarhus. Trains, buses, and metro systems are efficient and punctual. You can use the Rejskort for all types of public transport. Biking. Denmark is a bike-friendly country with dedicated cycling lanes in cities. Renting a bike is a great way to explore, especially in Copenhagen and smaller towns. Trains. The train network connects major cities and towns. If you plan on traveling a lot, consider buying a DSB Orange ticket discounted fare if booked in advance for longer trips. Car rental. Renting a car is a good option for exploring rural areas and islands like Bornholm or Ormen, but it's not necessary within the cities. 2. Currency and payments. Currency. Denmark uses the Danish krone DKK, not the euro. Credit cards. Credit and debit cards, especially Visa and MasterCard, are widely accepted. Many places in Denmark are cashless, so it's common to use contactless payments for everything, from cafes to public transport. ATM is available everywhere, but cash is rarely needed. Make sure your card supports international transactions if you're traveling from outside Europe. 3. Language. English proficiency. Most Danes speak excellent English, so you won't have trouble communicating. Learn basic Danish. While not necessary, learning basic Danish greetings like HEJ hello and talk thank you is appreciated by locals. For accommodation, book in advance. Denmark can be expensive, especially in peak tourist season June-August. Book accommodations well in advance, especially in Copenhagen and popular areas like Skagen. Hostels and Airbnb. If you're on a budget, Denmark has high-quality hostels and affordable Airbnb options. 5. Dining and food. Tipping. Tipping is not required in Denmark. Service charges are included in the bill, but rounding up or leaving a small tip for excellent service is appreciated. Smørrebrød. Don't miss Denmark's famous open-faced sandwiches, smørrebrød. Traditional Danish cuisine is delicious but can be on the heavier side. Tap water. Denmark has some of the cleanest tap water in the world, so there's no need to buy bottled water. Meal times. Danes typically eat dinner early around 6 p.m. Many restaurants close by 9 or 10 p.m. 6. Costs and budgeting. High costs. Denmark is an expensive country, particularly in Copenhagen. Expect higher prices for food, accommodation, and activities. Budget options. Save money by eating at street food markets like Reffen in Copenhagen or enjoying the many free attractions like parks, gardens, and walking.
7. Weather and clothing. Weather. Denmark has unpredictable weather. Summers are mild around 15 to 20 C 67 OF, and winters are cold, often near freezing. Always pack layers and bring a rain jacket, as rain is common year-round. Comfortable shoes. Whether you're biking or walking, bring comfortable shoes as you'll be on your feet a lot. 8. Cultural etiquette. Punctuality. Danes value punctuality. Whether it's for public transportation or meeting someone, it's polite to be on time. Quiet and respectful. Danes tend to be quiet and respectful in public spaces. Avoid being too loud, especially on public transport. Hygge. Embrace the Danish concept of hygge coziness. It's all about enjoying the simple pleasures of life, like a good coffee in a cozy cafe or a peaceful walk through a park. 9. Safety. Low crime rate. Denmark is a very safe country with a low crime rate. However, as with any destination, keep an eye on your belongings in busy tourist areas. Biking safety. If you're cycling, always use bike lanes and obey traffic rules. Helmets are not mandatory but are highly recommended. 10. Useful apps. Rigsplanen. A must-have for public transportation in Denmark. It helps you plan trips on trains, buses, and the metro. Google Maps works well for both walking and biking directions. MobilePay. If you're staying for a while, download MobilePay, Denmark's favorite mobile payment app. Many small businesses prefer this over credit cards. Too Good To Go, an app for finding discounted food from restaurants and bakeries at the end of the day. By keeping these practical tips in mind, your trip to Denmark should be smooth, enjoyable, and stress-free.